Alrighty, give me 1 second to make my usual post, and then we will get started. 1, and 2, and 3, and then let me full screen this. Alright. And hello! So last week, what, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, actually. So last week, we ended up getting back to Kevin's route, and we did we went around, got all of our purchases out of the way, or at least, you know, the missable purchases. We got all the missable purchases out of the way. We watched the connection events. Looks like Nadia's warming up to Kevin. She feels that she can trust him more, at least in the connection event. And then we also did Did we go see the movies? I think we did go and see the movies, but if not, then we're gonna do that. But I think we did. So I think we've done some of the all the usual stuff. We're gonna do some more 4 SPGs. I did try to farm for Sepet over the weekend. That was not that great because they don't have currently all the areas that I have access to don't have like any farmable palms. So I went to the Grim Garden and I fought like the elemental palms, but they don't give anywhere near as much as like regular palms do. So, you know, we're making do with what we have. I had to take quartz from Katra and Leon and Celise. We're making do with what we have. It definitely could be better. I did change Nadia's arts up a bit, since we do have access to other stuff. So, okay. We got Nadia kind of set up. Her setup could be better, but this is what we got. So at the moment, she does have Judgment Feather. I don't care for Avenging Arts. It's just there just cause. Mostly because I wanted the Cosmic Booster. But yeah, she's got Judgment Feather. She's got Mindbreaker. She's got Heavenly Fortune, and I gave her the Nemesis driver. But we also gave her Divine Phoenix because I wanted the Cosmic... That's what I wanted the Cosmic Booster for. I wanted that. Because she can make good use of the Divine Phoenix with the... the Fire in Space. And then this gives me Aura Breath and Refreshing Veil. And then I have Athelis. So we kind of have our basics. I did fix up, you know... I fixed up Rufus's setup. He's using this one at the moment, but like I may at some point take that from him, but not until I go to a different route. Obviously, for now he has it. But yeah, I have him set up Judgment Feather, Absorbing Arts. He's got, you know, Sword Buster, Shield Buster, Fatal Lance. That's all that kind of stuff. I did set up Swin. I don't entirely like my setup with Swin at the moment. I do wish I had better, but for now, it works. And Kevin's always been set up, so I don't even need to, you know. Yeah, Swin doesn't really need... Swin's not really focused on arts. I have him set up with Regalia. I mean, that's his default driver, I think, if I remember correctly. And then Aura Breath, Refreshing Veil. So... we're kind of set up here. I have everybody's equipment set up. So... right? Yeah. Yeah. She's got the Regalia Cloak and the Marble Brooch. And I did switch her to Scepter Alpha. Oh, I mean, not... no, I didn't switch her. Fuck, I need to switch her. Fuck, I don't have... okay, we need to switch her thing. Question is, I don't know where to get new I don't know where to get one. That doesn't look like... Okay, so I think we go to the entertainment district. I need to get her new sub-weapon thing. So...
Away we go!
Because I have her with the wrong one, I think. Well, not the wrong one. I have her with, like, the starter one. Fuck. Yeah, I did grind the Grim Garden a little bit to try, and this way I can unlock all their slots, and yeah, that took a bit longer than I thought it would.
How can I help you? Please come again.
Oh, can I not buy...
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Wait, is nobody
Welcome.
selling, like...
Thank you very
God
much.
damn it, what the hell?
How can I help you? Please come again.
What the hell?
Maybe I'll give
Hey there.
these horrible
Good
films
to
a
have
try.
you.
Why is nobody selling fucking the sub-weapon thing? Bro.
It's so...
Casino... What's that other shop?
Having the air system.
What is this guy
What'll it be?
selling? Oh, he's
Thank
selling
you.
the coin purse. Okay. What the hell? Wait, there's 4... Is there 4 stores over there? Or is that just the vending machine? That's probably the vending machine. That's probably what that is. Because it's against the wall. Yeah, that's the vending machine. Okay. Fucking hell, dude. Bro. I might actually have to go use the Grim Garden for it. Fuck. I don't even know if the Grim Garden has.
Want to go watch the live broadcast?
Get maximum energy at Round.
Wait, can I actually...
Take a look at our wares, sold with pride.
It really thanks a bunch.
Okay, I already have it.
What'll it be? Thank you.
Yeah, and I have that as well. Oh, let me check the Grim Garden, because I totally forgot to, like... I totally forgot to check that. Do 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 do. Like, of all the things, it's the one thing I forgot to check. Do 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 do.
Welcome.
Okay,
Please select the store.
equipment.
This is what we have for sale.
The Grim Garden doesn't have it either?
Thank you very much. We have all sorts of goods.
That's ridiculous.
Please come back again anytime. Please select. This is what we have for sale.
Okay.
The Grim Arena, then. Take care of yourselves.
Huh. And I don't have access to the drone shop. Bro. What the fuck?
Zoom, zoom!
You know, this is kind of weird because normally, from what I remember with the previous 2 games, normally every weapon shop that sold the weapons, they would sell the sub-weapon parts as well. But like, for whatever reason, this game is like, we're not gonna put sub-weapon parts alongside with the weapons, which is really weird. Like, why wouldn't you...
Why, hello.
Why wouldn't you put the sub-weapon
Why,
parts?
thank you.
Bro! This is the inn. I'm pretty sure she's not selling.
Looking is on. Come again.
Actually, can we... If I go and access the... No, it just gives me the interim report. Fuck. What's the other... Whoops.
Welcome to Marjan Hammam. Are you entering?
Oh! Probably our bath scene for the fucking... What you
I'm
call
glad
it? The
you
chapter?
enjoyed
Blanched
yourself.
vegetable.
Nope, okay.
Let's do a search.
I will take those. Okay, so yeah, no, I guess I'm fucked in terms of like sub-weapons? Wait, what's a... Those are Grim tokens over there. Wait, where is that?
Come out
Oh, there it
wherever
is.
you are.
Don't be shy. Stop on by.
Okay, yeah, I'm just fucked in terms of, sub-weapons. That's, stupid?
How can I help you? Please come again.
Alright, whatever. I guess, we'll move on. I don't think I have any other replacement for that, because everybody else has... That's on Ren, that's on Anya's, that's on Rufus. I can just use that one for now, I guess, because it's better than A, right? It's better than Alpha. This is fucking... Who's using the magic booster? Kevin's using that. Fuck! I mean, there is this... Well, no, because the Sparks doesn't give me enough arts damage. Yeah, whatever. Wait, does, whoops. He's got magic booster. He's got this one. That's fine. Rufus has this one. It's like, what the fuck, man? God damn it. Alright. The subparts is really weird this time around. I don't understand it. Alright. That being said, let's... Where's my... There we go. Okay, so we have... I have 2 of the Forest PGs. I assume there's more. Let's go over here to the Entertainment District. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, yeah, there's the one down there. Okay, that makes sense. Whoops. Do 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 do. There we go. Let's go over here. It seems counterfeit tokens have been circulating among casino players. Don't ask me where they came from. I haven't the foggiest. For the sake of our customers who simply want to enjoy playing our games, we would like this matter to be resolved promptly and discreetly. Should you be able to accept our case, please come to the Moulin Casino counter. Moulin.
Hey, stop on by!
Okay, so... Righteous Thief Spoils. We did start this one. There's the waterway. Okay, so let's go fight the monster in the waterway first. I think that'll be the easiest thing to do real fast.
Away we go!
It's also a good way to test out what we have. Because, I mean, I did literally, like, redo everyone's, like, setup. Aside from Kevin. Let's fight!
You got a hard nut to crack.
Allow me!
Alright, so I do have Zodiac Sign. Let's start off with that.
Meteors above. There!
No way, Jose!
Blow for blow.
Okay!
Alright, and then...
Stay on guard.
I can do Soul Eater.
My cue. Bleed through! Hey, Jose.
Million!
Swim!
We can do... well, I need to move up, I guess.
We got this in the bag!
Here to help!
Chrono Blitz!
Now! Be gone!
Now I'm mad!
ZOC. Let's do
Doing good.
Brilliant Scepter.
Brilliant Scepter!
Hey, Jose.
Million!
And then do Divine Phoenix, since I'm in ZOC.
Activate!
Here to help!
Good damage! Not enough to kill, but good damage regardless.
Right behind you! Cypher activate!
Do it again! I already have
Doing
Zodiac Sign up, so we can just do Spears of Fur and Low.
Seals of mine, conflicting from the abyss. Fly, holy spears of space. Pierce, unholy spears of time. By your opposing natures. Bring ruin to all!
Good damage. Good damage.
Count on you, Swin.
That's another one down.
Here to
Three of Swords.
have no choice. Blow for blow.
If it's a fight you want,
Soul Eater.
forward. Bleed through!
Hey, Jose.
Million! Okay!
Oh, did it cancel her? God damn it. It canceled her Divine Phoenix.
Take it away.
Fucking hell. Nanapalooza Extreme? Now I'm curious if that's got an animation change. Titanium Charm.
Quest completed.
Are just rewards.
What'd we get? Ooh!
That's the way it goes.
Evasion plus 100% and Arts Evasion plus 100% while casting arts. Oh! Jesus. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Okay. Do I want that on Kevin? No, because I can't put it over here. And I don't have access to everybody else unless I go to the garden. Okay. Wait, so the... Come to the cultural district's back alleys, I'll tell you more about it there. Okay. Alright, so then we go to the cultural district.
Let's head out.
Do 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 do. Huh? I mean, the back alleys is where Sarah and Shahina is, right? But that's like... Why is it a red mark instead of like a green mark? Oh! This is...
It would make sense considering the directions they give us.
Sorry, what are we talking about? This is where Hina and Sarah live. Something they mentioned while we were in Hammam.
Yep, they said that we could drop by whenever we wanted.
I see. Well, since we're here already, why don't we go ahead and say hello?
That sounds like a fine idea. Though, I'm not sure they're back from Hammam yet.
Wait, am I hearing things or...
Hey!
Bless you guys! I thought I heard your voices. Making good on our invitation, are you? Well, come on in!
It's such a warm welcome. Thanks, Hina.
I hope we're not bothered.
Remember to behave yourselves, you two.
Please, there's no need to worry. Just make yourselves at home, alright? Sorry there's not much room. Oh, and why don't I make you all some cold drinks?
So tasty!
You said it. Bet it's made with all sorts of fancy fruits and spices, huh? Whatever it is, it definitely helps beat the heat. Man, this stuff's fantastic. It's a homemade recipe.
Yep, it's one of the Central East's classic summer staple called Sharpay. My sister's the one who whipped all these up, but I can make them too.
I actually used the recipe my mother taught me. They're a lifesaver when dancing in the hot summer heat. I see. Families always got to keep each other's backs, no matter one way or another, huh? I find it hilarious how in any other media the commercials are 20% louder than what I'm watching until I get to you. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it just be like that. I couldn't even hear the commercials, and I still nearly needed to turn you down. I mean, you know, sometimes it just be like that, man.
If I recall correctly, your parents have passed away, no?
When I was still just a little kid, too. I don't really remember much about him, honestly, but sorry's a different story.
I'm just thankful I've managed to hold on tight to what they've passed down to me, even in spite of what we've all gone through. But I couldn't have done that without Van and the rest of Arkride Solutions. But also, yo, Merc, how you doing, man? How's your day going, brother? Oh, she's got it bad, huh?
Yep, though you gotta admit, being in love's a good look on her. Just makes her all the more adorable.
Shahina! Arkride just has all the luck in the world, doesn't he? Don't know if I'd call it luck, really. His personality kinda just reels you in. Then he starts helping you with things, and...
Are you going to finish that, Kevin?
Doing okay, just scarfed down a baked potato for lunch. Oh, nice! I just had myself a bagel. I had a bagel! Taking it easy otherwise? Got you, fair enough. I'm still working on it!
I heard you two have been traveling for business recently, but your house is unexpectedly tidy. Did you perhaps hire a cleaning service of some sort?
No way! Our neighbors just insist on house sitting for us while we're gone. They've really done a lot for us over the years. We've always got to bring back a bunch of souvenirs to repay them.
But it's always fun picking out something for them. Living here truly is wonderful. It's home in all the ways you can imagine. Guess that means that homecoming show of yours is gonna be a real sensation then.
You bet! We're gonna give it the best we got. Wish Fairy, Anya's, and Van could come see it too, though.
That would be nice. Having Judith and everyone else there. Perhaps even the professor as well. Huh?
By professor, do you mean...
Alrighty then. We shouldn't overstay our welcome, now should we? Come on, time to pack it up, kiddos. After all, we gotta let the two get to practicing for their big show. You'll be rehearsing later, right?
Oh, yep, right by the Oasis.
It won't be a proper performance, of course, but if you're interested, you're more than welcome to watch. Plus, knowing that a friend of Van's are in attendance will give us just the push we need to perfect our routines. Got it. We'll definitely be there then.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves, you two. The temperature is expected to rise in the afternoon.
Oh man, just the mention of the professor and he's like, okay, time to get out of here. So, in case since you probably don't know, the Professor Hamilton Latoya is basically marked as a heretic, and you know he's on a mission to basically hunt her down. And the last time we saw Kevin hunt someone down was during Trails in the Sky 1 or 2. I think it was 2. Trails in the Sky 2. When he hunted down that other guy, Weissman. That's his name. He at the end of Trails in the Sky 2, he fires. Kevin fired his special arrow, which basically turned Weissman into salt, a statue of salt, and then basically, you know, he got whisked away by the wind. So yeah, you can imagine that now Kevin's on a new mission to hunt down Professor Latoya because she's been considered a heretic, and everybody knows Professor Latoya and doesn't see her as like a bad person like they did with Weissman. So you can imagine. Hey, Rapscallion, why'd you pull us out of there?
I think we stumbled into information on his target.
That's right. But we can't just go diving into that info without a plan, now can we? On a separate note, you two have been through Arkwright Solutions case files, right? Ever find anything that could connect the sisters to our person of interest? No, we didn't. All we know is that Van and the others helped them deal with the incident here in Tharbad. While she went to the east after the incident in Basel.
Additionally, however, during the anomaly which occurred in Edith last December, Sarah and Shahina were said to have been in the capital, meaning they very well may have had the chance to establish a bond with your target. Though I suppose they could have met during the events that you and Swin were involved in as well.
Putting aside how you just happen to know all that, I'm not really seeing any solid connection, Onionator.
That must mean we're missing a piece of the puzzle. A piece that even Van and the others are unaware of. And I believe the answers may lie with Dingo.
Sounds about right. Though I'm gonna argue that our main concern at the moment should be the presence of the princess. But no use jumping the gun just yet. Let's just go watch the girls' practice performance, and after, we can start looking into things. Awfully cunning of you. Roger Dodger, but you know, Kevin, I'm starting to get the feeling this villain bit of yours isn't really an act after all. Heh, you got me.
Kevin? Cunning? I'd say that describes you far more than it does him, Rufus.
Yes, well, though my cunning is born from inherently wicked nature, I'm not quite so sure Kevin's as heartless as he portrays himself to be.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin's really not as heartless as he's portraying himself. I mean, we all saw how he was in Sky 2 and 3, so... Although that didn't help me with the... whatchamacallit? Is it not? Did I already do this part and it's not telling me the next part? Maybe it's this the green marker here in the sand sea, because maybe I did start that last week and I just forgot. Investigate twin rocks. The twins who support one another. Should be them, right?
Oh, I get it. Two similar-looking rocks leaning against each other.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I did start it last week. We got the map and everything. I totally forgot. Fucking hell. So, that means there's something hidden at the base of these rocks, right? Let's get digging, S. Yeah. After digging at the base of the rock formation, the group managed to uncover a small bottle containing a scrap of paper.
He looks like another clue.
I assume if we continue following this little brain teasers, his little brain teasers, we'll eventually come upon the location of the treasure, yes? Huh, quite the well-designed experience.
Well, what's it say? I'm getting to it, kid. Let's see. It says the third clue is hidden in a place of rest only accessible on the longest days. Longest days is probably referring to summertime. But what place of rest is only open during the summer?
Maybe we should think about what the summertime usually means for Tarbad. I mean, it's the season where it gets even hotter than usual, of course, but apart from that...
It's rainy season, isn't it? Come to think of it, there was that big storm yesterday. So, I guess maybe it is the rainy season.
That may be so, but a downpour like yesterday's was far from a usual occurrence. But at any rate, it's a place of rest that only appears in the Sand Sea during the rainy season. Are we starting to get the picture?
Think so, yeah. It's... Oh, and that opened... Oh, the cave, okay. Or, wait, is that the cave? I think that's the cave. Doo-doo. I'm pretty sure these are all the same monsters that I fought last time I was here. Oh, this is not the cave. This is... a little watering hole.
A watering hole, or an oasis. Either of the two would qualify as a place of rest in a desert after all.
Don't think there's usually a watering hole here. At least not that I've heard. So, this thing's shown up during the rainy season for the past 100 years, huh? Awfully reliable little thing. We don't have any more specific hints on where to look for the clue, do we? Because digging around the entire watering hole would be a huge pain in the butt. Might be cheating, but I think I'm gonna rely on some tech for this one.
Oh! It looks like the only place a man-made object could be buried is over there.
Alright, let's start digging. You're really getting into this, huh, Ass? Kinda feels like I'm starting to rub off on you. That's so adorable. I can't deal. Let's see. Looks like the final clue. My treasure lies in the center of a ring woven by guiding sunlight. Guiding sunlight? What the heck's that supposed to mean?
In the past, people used the position of the sun and stars to determine direction and tell time. Perhaps that's what it could be referring to.
Then maybe it wants us to find something that can be used to measure the time of day, like a sundial.
Oh, like those things we saw earlier. You know, those big rock pillars that stick straight up out of the sand. They're pretty common in the sand sea.
Yeah, they're all over the place. Heard they were shaped like that by the wind. Definitely wouldn't be surprised to hear about merchant caravans using them as sundials or landmarks or something.
And then perhaps our next task should be to seek out a group of these pillars that stand in a circle.
Alright, gang, we're heading to the finish line. The treasure is so close, I can practically taste it. Wait for us, my sweet. We're on our way. I don't really like the music they put for this place, but okay. I kind of miss the music it had from Daybreak 1. But whatever. A ring woven by guiding sunlights. Think we found it, folks. Oh-ho! And I bet there's treasure right smack dab in the middle, too. Alright, I'm gonna check it out first. Ha! Didn't actually think we'd find anything.
It seems we're right to take this gamble.
I wonder what's inside. Come on, let's open it, Nadia.
Sure, of course. At least, that's what I'd like to say, but... We know you're there, you creeps, so why don't you come on out already? All that sneaking around you did wasn't as subtle as you thought it was, just FYI. Jigs up! Might as well show your faces, yeah?
Guess we don't got much choice.
Aren't these the guys?
Bugbear, a group consisting of so-called Jaeger dropouts.
It's always fucking Bugbear!
I suppose I had heard they had ended up in the Republic recently.
So what exactly do you buggy boos, or whatever, want with us?
That's Bugbear to you, kid! Sheesh. First the fixes, now you guys. I know you're getting it wrong on purpose. Anyway, if you don't want to get hurt, you'll give us that there treasure, you hear? No hard feelings. We just need the money.
Awfully bold of them. Got a feeling they don't quite know who they're dealing with. Bugbear. Heard you guys have fallen into a whole lot of debt recently. So you came all the way to Tharbad to try and turn your luck around, is that it? Gotta say, I admire you for going to all the effort.
But that doesn't give you the right to steal our treasure. I mean, have you no dignity?
Insult us all you want. But whoever gets the treasure in the end is the winner, no matter the means. If you don't agree to our demands, we won't show you any mercy.
I don't care what you say. We found this treasure, which means it's ours, and we're not handing it over. And if you try to take it by force, you better believe we're gonna fight fire with fire.
Besides, this treasure is Iron's, the thief who stood up for others when nobody else would. There's no way we can't deal with the likes of you.
So to quote Arkride, afraid we can't agree to that request of yours. It just ain't up to our standards. Now let's give these small fries the punishment they deserve.
Right behind you. After you.
I mean, I'm just gonna hit him with a cross cipher. It's fine. And I win.
Seems about right.
Get fucked!
I'm a long ways behind Father yet.
Team Nana 1, Bugbear 0. You said whoever gets the treasure in the end is the winner, right?
Your loss simply proves once and for all that you just don't have what it takes to obtain such riches.
Ugh! Can't believe we lost, but it's not too late! We prepared something special for the occasion. Heh! Good thinking, calling for backup! Now we really got an advantage! Time to pay you back for making fools of us!
They got a lot of guts, I'll give them that. And they're more stubborn than I thought they'd be. Wish they'd use it for good or something. That's an awful lot of bugaroos. I mean, we can definitely beat them. It's just, do we really have to?
Not to worry. It seems our reinforcements have arrived as well.
Huh? Who?
What's the meaning of this? A sniper? Didn't actually think they'd have backup out here. At this rate, we won't even have an advantage in numbers. Retreat! This just ain't worth it anymore.
Well, I see they're discerning enough to know when to know when to make a strategic withdrawal at least.
They're running away so fast too. We don't gotta chase them, do we? I'm tired. Not exactly the first person I thought would come to our aid. I think it's about time you told us your secret, don't you, Faith? Fatih? Whatever. So the old man from the request came to our aid. I see. Wouldn't have ever guessed you were Avren's great-grandson. The knowledge of the treasure's existence has been passed down to my family for generations. As a matter of fact, after I found the map, I even had a rough idea where it was located. However, I never had any great desire for wealth, so I simply chose to let it be. But
That's when those bugbear people showed up.
indeed, as soon as I caught the scent of treasure, those scoundrels were on the hunt. But I felt strongly about entrusting it to people who were actually worthy of Aren's legacy, and nobody else. Ultimately, that's why I threw together the idea of putting the so-called fixers I'd heard about to the test. And we just happen to be taking 4 SPGs in their place. Which means we weren't the ones you intended to entrust the treasure to. Sorry. Oh no, it's nothing to worry over. After all, you've more than proved yourselves worthy of the treasure already. And knowing what I do of the fixes, you all seem to be acting with the exact same integrity. Woohoo! Sounds like we got the seal of approval then. That means we can crack this thing open now, right? I can't wait to see what's inside.
The treasure of the chivalrous thief who straddled the boundary between West and Central East. I imagine it would be quite intriguing.
Huh? This is... treasure, I think. But is this really all there is? A book, an old map, and a piece of jewelry. Aw, I mean, the jewelry does look expensive, so I guess I can't complain, but how come the chest wasn't packed with riches beyond our wildest imaginations?
It might not look like what we were expecting, but the map's a treasure too, Nadia. Look, the topography of the Sand Sea is drawn in such exquisite detail that's comparable to a map created with the latest surveying technology. It's an amazing creation for its time, don't you think?
Indeed. It's likely one of the maps that Arren created while exploring the outskirts of Tharbad. You see, Arren was famous not only for fighting against tyranny, but also for studying the region's geography to ensure caravanners' safety. At the time, a map consisting of the combination of all his work likely would have fetched a price equal to that of even gold bullions.
There seem to be a few locations not present on modern maps.
Bennett must have some historical document. Bennett must have some value as a historical document too.
A historical document, you say? This is merely an estimate, but in the realm of academia, I imagine it could fetch anywhere between 50,000 and 150,000 mira.
Oh, that's a lot of moolah! Then, what about the book? Seems a bit different from the map, to be honest. You know, I think this might actually be Arren's personal journal. Oh, that's gotta have historical value too, right? If you're not keeping anything else, you should at least keep this. No. Oh, are you sure? You'll likely make a fortune off it. Maybe. But even if that were true, there must have been a reason Arren's buried his journal alongside the treasure. And whatever the reason is, as his descendant, I think you have the right to know more than anyone. That said, you should keep the map too. This isn't about simple monetary value. It's about Arren's legacy and the culmination of all his hard work.
Indeed. And the person who strove to follow Arren's final wishes should be the one to decide what to do with it. Frankly, us deciding without his consent whether it's all to be liquidated or donated doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, I guess. Sucks, but it's the right thing to do.
I couldn't agree more. Here, we'll return the map.
The memories my ancestor left behind. I never managed to get to know them someday. How can I ever thank you all? Don't worry about it. You made this request because you wanted to entrust the treasure to someone worthy, right? Then, we're just trying to help you fulfill that request, even though we're just Arkwright Solutions stand-ins. Then, maybe we could take that piece of jewelry, though? Doesn't seem like it had any special connection to Arren's after all. Actually, that was probably an informal gift given to Arren's by the Grand Prince of Alzheim. That's what it says on this piece of paper. It also mentions how it was bestowed by the royal family to the liberator of Tharbad. The star and moon emblem. Not only has this ornament been embedded with high purity as Melis, but it seems to be of ancient origins as well. And if all that is true, then wouldn't it have been important to Arren's? Arren's acknowledged that, and for his attempts at chivalry, he was still just a thief and a turncoat. He never felt he deserved the reward from the royal family. He didn't do the things he did for wealth, he did them for the people of Tharbad. Thus, he vowed to never wear objects of value himself. He would rather they be entrusted to someone more worthy, if such a person appeared. At least, Arren's wrote as much on this piece of paper.
And then that's all the more reason it should be kept in the family. Shouldn't you keep it?
No, in fact, I think this treasure is one that should be entrusted to all of you. In doing so, I'm simply respecting Arren's wishes. As the descendant of a thief, I've simply no right to keep it. You, those who protected the treasure from scoundrels of the underworld, are more than worthy to claim it as your own. I see. Then we'll simply have to respect your decision then. I graciously accept this gift, Fatih. Though honestly, I don't know that I deserve to have it either.
I think you do. After all, you're the one who suggested we respect Arren's wishes in the first place.
If you don't want it, I could always take it. Show some self-restraint, please. Once more, I am truly glad I entrusted this task to you all. I hope we'll have the chance to meet again someday. Sure, and you take care of yourself. May Adios protect you.
Fate certainly is a mysterious creature. You never quite know what it will bring you to next. Who would have thought we'd be able to fulfill a century-old thief's wishes?
You know, honestly, it was kind of let down that the treasure was just those 3 things, though. But at least this emblem thing is cute. Well, the treasure's in its rightful place now, so I guess that's that, huh? Now with that case done and dusted, why don't we try switching gears again?
Check that one off the list.
Money for our coffers.
Do 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 do. Obtain Star and Moon Emblem. Just what does it do? Evasion and Arts Evasion plus 10%. Oh, okay. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm not going to use it for anyone here, but that's pretty good. Alright, so we have one more Forest PG, which is the casino counterfeiting. So let's head on over to the entertainment district. Head on over to the casino. God fucking damn it! Here I thought we were in the clear, and then the game's like, we're just gonna fucking crash. Just gonna fucking crash. God damn it. It's funny because I was playing the game over the weekend, and I didn't have it crash. Like, what the hell? I don't know what it is that's causing it, because I was over the weekend I was like playing it to fucking grind for quartz and whatnot. I spent quite a few hours. I don't understand why it didn't crash at all over the weekend. I don't understand why it crashed now. That's just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, man? How rude. How fucking rude. I really wish they would actually fucking patch it, but, you know. Alright. Well, anyway, to the entertainment district.
Let's head out.
Maybe it's the whole, like, switching between maps. Because I noticed it does seem to crash whenever I do that. It's only when I switch, whenever I, like, fast travel between maps. Yeah. It seems to be when I load into, like, a new location. Yeah. So maybe that's what's causing it. But then again, like I said, over the weekend I was... Well, I guess it's not the same because I'm not fast traveling as much because I was spamming the Grim Garden. But then again, I went back and forth between the Sand Sea. I went to the Sand Sea and then I went back to the Entertainment District because I was trying to find palms. And then I went to the underground maze. Those were all fast travels, but it didn't crash. But I guess I didn't do them that often. I don't know. Well, no, I'm not saying a new. I'm not technically none of these locations are new. Like, I'm just thinking. Software exceptions / errors can have hyper-specific conditions. Got you. I'm just thinking like I'm teleporting between locations that I've already been to. Right? I teleported from the Sand Sea to the Entertainment District, and then I teleported from the Entertainment District to the underground maze, and then I teleported back to the Entertainment District, then I teleported to the Culture District, and then I went into the Grim Garden, and then I spammed the fuck out of the Grim Garden, and then I went back to the Culture District. So, I mean, I did, like, teleport around, but I don't know.
Excuse me, are we right to assume you posted a request on the bulletin board recently?
Oh, I know you folks. You've been around the Moulin quite often these past few days, haven't you? So you're the ones accepting the 4 SPGs? Yep, that's us. Anyway, just to get down to the nitty-gritty here, you said you've been finding counterfeit tokens in the casino lately, right? Unfortunately, yes. I can't speak about the matter too loudly, of course, but know that these are extremely grave circumstances. If you don't mind, I'd like to discuss the nature a bit further with you all. Do you have a moment? Alright, sure sounds like you're in a pretty tight bind here, so let's hear it. Your kindness is much appreciated. Now if you would please follow me. The token you see on the left is the one we use in our casino. The one on the right, however, is a counterfeit. I don't see a difference. They look about the same. It's hard to tell just by looking at them.
Are you sure it's actually fake?
When we showed it to an appraiser, we found a difference in design that could be attributed to a miscalculation in measurement during manufacturing. They were also able to determine that, due to the impurities the counterfeit contained, they're significantly heavier than the authentic counterparts. Minute as these differences are... Wait... I think that's supposed to say minute, but that looks like... Is that spelled correctly? Cause isn't mine... Cause that's... says minute, right? That's spelled like... Okay. Minute and minute have the same spelling? I never even bothered to look that up. I just knew that he meant to say minute. Fucking English, bro. Fucking English. Even I am unable to distinguish between the two. And neither can our dealers, unfortunately, which has resulted in these counterfeits being used in our slot machines. So now they're mixing in with the real tokens, huh? And they're circulating the casino?
The fact that they created counterfeit tokens rather than counterfeit mirror likely means they were concerned about authorities taking notice. Ugh. Frankly, I applaud their forethought on the matter.
Not the time, Rufus! Anyway, I'm assuming most of your guests are completely clueless about this whole thing. That's correct, yes. And that's why we've so far been unable to figure out where exactly the counterfeits are coming from. Perhaps if we found a way to identify them at a glance, we could limit their use, but as it stands, it's a bit difficult to explain the matter to our customers, so the casino has simply had to absorb the loss in profit. Truthfully, a further influx of these counterfeits in the future might just affect our ability to operate outright. Alright, I think we got a general sense of the situation now. We'll do some investigating and see if we can suss out anything. Luckily, I've got just the connections for the job. No, those gamblers, right? If anyone knows about casinos, it's those two. It's probably a bit too early for us to meet up, but it should be fine to give them a quick call at least, right? I'd say so. Mind if we take this token with us? By all means. And again, thank you very much for your attention to the issue. Well then.
You know, that's not the counterfeit, right?
Ha! He almost grabbed the real one.
Just got those pictures you sent, Kevin. Thing's a real piece of work.
You see any while you were helping that lady earlier?
Can't say I did. If the material they're made of is different, and so's their weight, I would have noticed the moment I touched one. But honestly, anyone but me would be hard-pressed to tell at a glance. I get the sense the masterminds behind these things had a single-minded resolve about this plan. They were determined to see it succeed by any means.
Now, why do you sound impressed? But you know that rumor? Oh, here's something we could use. While we were gathering intel for you earlier, we happened to hear something that's been kinda nagging at me ever since. See, apparently there's this token shop that's cropped up in Tharbad recently.
Claims to be a place where you can buy casino coins on the cheap. They change their location pretty frequently though, and they only sell to people who've heard about them on the Orbital Net. Didn't seem relevant to what we were looking for at the time, so we didn't pay them much mind, but...
Maybe. No. There's no question about it. They've gotta be the ones we're looking for, right? A counterfeit token shop, huh? Well, can't imagine anyone else fit the bill.
And if they're really spreading rumors about themselves in the Orbital Net, tracking them down should be a piece of cake.
Would you two happen to know the latest rumor about the shop's location?
Well, according to what was supposedly posted by them this morning, look for where all the hubbub's happening in the entertainment district. Find me, and you'll be in for some maximum deals.
Maximum deals?
Interesting hint. Probably talking about...
Looks like you figured it out already. Well, I guess I'll let the information fee slide just this once.
Anyway, we still got some business to take care of, so good luck with the rest, alright? Thanks, you two. See you later!
If the rumor has been making the rounds since this morning, it may be best for us to hurry.
Wait, let's catch these crooks!
Then we can force them to teach us how to make counterfeits of our own! Really? Ha! Come on, kids. Let's get searching.
Let's wrap this up quickly.
Do 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 do.
Play already!
You wanna go watch the live broadcast?
This is the venue for that maximum energy event. Could the shop be around here? Maybe they're using all the commotion as cover. Yeah, feels like we're onto something.
1, 2, 3... Yes, 8,000 mirror exactly. Alright, here you are. 1,000 tokens. Thanks for doing business, young man.
Nice! But maybe I bought too many. Well, at least I got them at a discount. I mean, 8 mirror each instead of the usual 10? You know, actually though, I thought taking these things out of the casino was prohibited. How'd...
Afraid that's a trade secret, kiddo. If you find yourself needing some more, I'll be in Tharbad a while longer, so keep an eye out, alright?
Will do! Thanks a lot! Okay, that was like... I kinda liked that little scene right there, just him walking by, and as he walks by each one of them, they side-eye him. Like, that was something straight out of, like, an anime opening.
Is she the token shop? I didn't think the person in charge would be an old lady. What's wrong with you two?
Well... Why am I getting this weird feeling? Probably because we've encountered her before. I think we took care of a case before back in one of the previous games with her. I think she was back in Edith, and she was doing some shady shit.
I suggest we investigate the tokens that young man purchased.
Let's split up then. Rufus, Lapis, come with me to talk to the guy. As for you two, Can I count on you to track down that old lady? Imagine she's got a base in the area where she keeps her stock. Can you find out where it is for us? We can't afford to lose sight of her right now. Sure, no sweat.
We're all over it. Good luck, you two.
Let us rendezvous at a later time.
There she is. Wonder where she's going.
Let's be careful following her. Don't want her catching on to us. Oh, it's sneaking time.
Central Eastern. Don't be shy. Stop on by.
This market's got
God damn it.
Come and see if you like.
Let's do a search.
Do. Fuck! It didn't let me, like... No. Try again. I was trying to get to the stealth spot. It didn't let me get to the spot. There we go. And then when she gets up there, there's another spot up there. Oh shit! Ah! She fucking ran! Oh, god damn it! I thought that was the end of the fucking... Grandma can run, she really can. I thought that was the end of the segment, so I was like, okay, now I can go and nab her, like we normally do, but that was not. Do. Fuck you, old lady! I see you. That was bait! They were like, okay, now you can go grab her. Uh-huh, sure. That was fucking bait, bro. The problem is I don't know where the next... I don't know where the next fucking thing is. Oh, they're over here. Okay. Oh, shit! Bro. God damn it! Oh, wait, what? Bro, what? Huh? Am I supposed to actually catch her? What? What happened there? Bro. Mom, why would she come to a place like this? Maybe she's treating herself to a bath for all the hard work she's done? But I mean... If she heads into the woman's bath, we're in trouble. We need to make sure that doesn't happen.
Keep off my ass, you freaking creeps! You want to chase tails so badly? Go to the strip club!
What? That voice, there's no doubt about it. You're that old con artist crone.
Huh? How do you know about... Wait a second. Ain't you those brats that work with Beauty's Blade? Ah! How dare you show your faces in front of me! If it wasn't for you, I'd have never ended up in debt to the Kingpin.
Well, you reap what you sow. You should have just trashed those fake T-phones in the first place.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Have a little sympathy for the elderly, would you? Goodness gracious, if all young people nowadays are like you two, the Republic's in for a dire future, I tell you. The goddess must be heartbroken.
I mean, if she can run like that, might be worth chasing... I mean, if that's how you feel... Seriously? You're bringing up the goddess now? Can't believe this lady. Stamina, man, stamina. I mean, listen, if you're into the old ladies, I mean, more for you, man. If you're into the grandmas, man, I mean, more for you. More for you. She can talk all she wants, but if she really is the one responsible for those counterfeit tokens, we can make this quick. This a new business venture of yours? Trying to put your experience as a swindler to good use again?
Was wondering why you went Thawbad. So, you're trying to interfere with my business again, is that it? Are you?
I'm good, just saying she seemed to be quite the specimen for her age. You're not that important. We just happened to pick up this 4SPG while we were in the area. Doesn't look like she's got any flunkies with her this time around. Come on, let's nab her ass.
Like I ever let you brats get one over on me again. If you think this old dog hasn't learned any new tricks, think again. Chrono Drive.
Why couldn't we move? And how'd she get so fast?
Haha! Behold, the ace up my sleeve. Think I've made enough cash in Thawbad by now? High time I hit the road. Ciao, squits!
Oh, see, you went past the wrong people. What was that? A divine wind?
Actually, I think it was the old lady we saw earlier.
Kevin, sorry, but we screwed up. Can't believe she had a Zypha, and with a freaking speed enhancer, no less. The most powerful magic? Chronomancy! What the heck are you talking about?
You can explain the situation once you've taken a deep breath, you two. We'll catch her soon enough.
All she did was use the Chrono Drive quartz. She ain't getting far. Okay, hold up. Stop. This is bullshit. Okay? Everybody has access, well, not everybody, but like, everybody who has a battle ornament has access to the Chrono Drive quartz. You cannot sit here and bullshit to me that Chrono Drive allows you to run on the road at the speeds that she's running. This is bullshit! Not getting far. I mean, this is bullshit. This is pure fucking bullshit.
Ha! Looks like I managed to shake 'em. Buying that black market Zect Arms tech really did pay off in spades. No one can catch up to me now, not even Beauty's blade! They'll never guess my stock's this far out of the city. Burn the midnight oil to create those molds, so you better believe I'm gonna use them. Maybe I'll head into Elsheim's entertainment district next.
Afraid this is as far as you go, lady.
What? We found you!
And thanks for leading us to your stash, Granny.
Huh? How'd you find me? There's no way you could have seen me leave the city.
That's where our boss's cunning comes in.
You see, when you passed me by earlier, I managed to slip a single counterfeit token into your clothes.
Huh? What?
When we received it from the casino, I registered its data with my Zypha, just in case you'd understand. With that info at hand, it was only a matter of utilizing shard search and a map application to guide us straight to you. And it seems your entire supply.
Split-second decision-makings. Ha! Knew teaming up was the right call. So, Nagisa, was it? You're not going anywhere, not even with that gimmick of yours.
Huh?
Oh no.
Go to hell! This always happens. First it was the special support section, then those stupid inspectors from the Empire. I mean, don't you feel the least bit of shame for scheming against a frail old woman like me? Well? My ears are ringing.
Whoa, guess even Rosenberg Tech isn't immune to her voice. What a stupid question. Who do you think you're dealing with here, lady? We may not look like it, but all of us are former inhabitants of the underside of society.
You think I give a rat's ass who you are? I'm a black market trader, for God's sake. I've spent half a century experiencing the sweet flavor of triumph, the bitter taste of loss. And I'm never giving this life up, so don't you ever mess with the con artist crone again, you hear?
No, you gotta be kidding me! I knew she was planning something.
I didn't realize you prepared for the occasion.
Just a few more Zekdom products from the black market. Now don't screw this up, butts! I refuse to lose!
Come on, let's end this.
Allow me. Here goes. You're in command, Captain Tettle. Oop, he fell. Down you go. And finish. I believe in you.
I'm just gonna hit her with all the fucking S-crafts, why not?
Victory or nothing.
Consider the gauntlet taken then. Disperse! Swim!
Let's do that.
There. Take that!
And then I'm gonna have Kevin use his stigma.
Empower me!
Here we go!
I'm gonna go into Noble Axe. And Spears of Erinlo.
Seals of mind, conflicting from the abyss. Fly, holy spears of space. Pierce, unholy spears of time. By your opposing nature.
Oh, I should have done Noble Scepter, not Noble Axe. What am I doing? Wrong one. That's fine. It worked out anyway. I forgot that his S-Craft was magic.
My trump card! How dare you!
That's checkmate, Megisa. And...
Ah! My business! The boards I worked so hard on!
Phew! What a relief! Though, I can't say I'm a fan of the whole setting everything on fire bit. Yeah, I mean, I know they were all just counterfeits, but shouldn't we have at least collected a few as evidence?
Well, it's not as if we're the police. We have no real obligation to do anything more than what was requested of us. That being said, dealing with her would also fall under...
God damn it.
Over there! How'd she move so fast? I'll get you back for this someday, you brats! Mark my words!
Wait a minute. Ignoring the hokey parting threat, do you seriously plan on running through the desert?
Course I do! Remember what I said before? As long as there's ground beneath my feet, there'll always be somewhere for me to run. Or the east, I'll even run to the very ends of the world. Remember this, scum? The way of the counterfeit will never die!
Bro, she's not even using the fucking chrono drive anymore. Now she's just running. Should we go after her? Seeing as we still got more important business to take care of, I'm gonna say no. Plus, if she keeps heading straight, she'll make it to the capital, where Arkwright will deal with it. Probably.
Oh, is this what they call passing the buck?
Honestly, even if we did catch her, she'd probably just escape again. And anyway, if she really does end up running through the desert, I doubt we'll have to worry about her ever again.
I want to be so sure. After all, it seems she truly is, as the kids say, the real deal. Ironic, considering she's a purveyor of counterfeit goods.
Alright, no need to be such a wise guy. Utterly exhausted, Kevin and the company returned to Tharbad. They then made their way to the Moulin, where they reported what they learned of the situation to their client.
I see.
I see, so you were able to cut off the flow of counterfeit tokens at the source. You will have my deepest gratitude for your swift action on the matter.
It was a piece of cake!
Took a lot of us though. Took a lot out of us though. Ugh. But even though there won't be any more counterfeit tokens coming into this casino, hundreds have already been mixed in with the authentic ones, right?
We spoke with the young man who brought counterfeits from the culprit earlier. He gave us a few samples to use as references. With this many, you should be able to pinpoint a more efficient way to identify them. Though, actually, extricating them? Whatever, is another issue, I suppose.
And of course, there is the matter of customers who bought counterfeits under the assumption they were the genuine article as well. If only I could think of a solution that could account for all of our concerns.
What's the best option for dealing with... okay. What do we have? Just leave it. Fuck it.
Not sure if this is the best suggestion, but why not treat the counterfeit tokens as real ones, too? That way you can keep them in circulation.
That's a bit... Actually, you may be onto something. After all, as is evidenced by the fact that most customers have remained unaware of the issue at hand, the tokens are nearly identical.
Look, the source has been eradicated. No more fakes are getting added to the pool anytime soon. If your policy is to avoid burdening your customers at all, I think my suggestion might be the most efficient solution for everyone involved.
That's a great idea! And if the staff members don't say anything, everyone will be none the wiser.
I see.
Whoops. I see. So, a bit of deception would be at play. An unorthodox solution to be sure, but perhaps we'll think on it further. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, you leave it... the ones that are already in circulation, you let them stay in circulation until you've collected them all from, like, your casino. So, like, people using them, and as they come back or flow back into circulation, you pull them out of the circulation, and they get replaced with the real tokens, and you get rid of the ones that were fake all along. Nothing there would really change as they're getting collected, because at this point now they're just fake ones that are getting pulled in. The casino will take a loss, but at the same time they're taking a loss, but they're also still getting more people in, so they're not losing customers, and they'll eventually still turn a profit anyway. So it makes sense to just like leave them in the circulation to pull out, instead of just approaching all the customers and trying to take them from the customers. No way to please everyone, but that's just how 4SPGs go, I guess. There's not going to be a right answer here, you know. So, as long as you're satisfied, that's all that matters.
Yes, perhaps you're right, young lady.
Thank you for your help today, everyone. And please, feel free to continue enjoying our casino to your heart's content during your stay here in Tharbad.
Request completed.
Money for our coffers.
Chaos! Chaos!
Alright, that's all the 4SPGs. That's all the connection events. And I'm pretty sure we watched the movies, because the movies were in the specialty store. So then I think we... Yeah, I think we've got everything, so I think now we just start doing story stuff. Let me just check the home cookings. And those are all done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Okay, I think we're all good on that. Yeah, okay, so let's... I guess we just make our rounds now. Let's go talk to all the peoples! Gather all the informations! Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, so we have Jack and Hale over here. Or Jack and Hal, whatever.
Okay.
Sorry to call you guys all the way here. It was no big deal. Just wondering why you'd ask to meet us at a train station of all places.
Leaving Tharbad, are you? That's right. Finished up what I was here. Finished up what I was doing here for a client of mine. So now I'm off. Now I'm off, specifically to somewhere around the capital. Anyway, sorry to do this on our way out, but we've got info on that request you made yesterday, and the thing you asked about at the club.
So you two ran into each other, huh? Bet that must have been a hoot. Why are we talking business in a strip club? Because dirty old men will be dirty old men.
I'm not old.
Oh, come on! You're not even that much younger than I am. We could be siblings.
Why does being referred to as old brother,
Yeah.
why does being referred to as old bother you so much?
Perhaps because our friend here is on the cusp of what they call the midlife crisis.
Look who's talking, Mr. 32. Ha! Whoa, can't believe you guys actually found anything. Rumors, gossip, whispers on the wind. That's what you were asking around about, right?
Along with some stuff about Vegas films and their little festival last year, yeah? There was one story that stuck out to me in particular, though, and it just so happens to be about a certain irrigation project. This story involves so-called hocus pocus.
In a way, yes. See, according to our sources, Professor Hamilton came to Tharbad with a bunch of laborers 20 years ago to take a look at the oasis.
Apparently, they were able to determine pretty quickly what was causing it to dry up. So they managed to pinpoint the source of the problem to somewhere out in the desert. And before anyone knew it, there was water in the oasis again. Was like there was never a problem in the first place. Everyone we talked to was at the site 20 years ago, and they all said the same exact thing. It was like magic.
Magic, huh? So we were right to ask about Hocus Pocus.
But aren't there people in the Empire who can use magic?
Indeed there are. Witches, they're called. I'm unsure if the professor shares their blood, however.
Doubt it. Though I'm not surprised witnessing a miracle like that had people wondering. Especially not when nobody seems to know how she pulled it off. Apparently, the professor comes back to check on the oasis's status pretty regularly. But we weren't able to find anyone who could say they've seen maintenance workers or other laborers heading into the desert recently. Honestly, it felt like the more we looked into her and what she was doing, the more interesting things got. Thanks, guys. Can't believe how much you were able to find in a single night. This stuff should give us a better perspective on what exactly Arkwright was dealing with in Tharbad last year, too.
Well, you weren't the only one who lucked out here. Also, found a few extra tidbits of info for ourselves. Should make a nice souvenir for a friend of ours. Anyway, think that data will give you enough to work for now. Work off of for now. Ugh. So you can find your target, I mean.
Figure you two would put the pieces together. Doesn't sound like you're too sure on the details just yet, though. Guessing you stopped before you could get the full picture?
Both for your sake and ours. After all, you would have dragged us into this mess of yours if we hadn't. Or am I wrong?
I mean, he's not wrong!
What'd you have?
Well, what can I say? Always nice to have a good source of information on your side. Plus, it's not like I wouldn't have upped your pay, you know, for crawling through the mud with us.
It wouldn't have been enough, not by a long shot. Look, Kevin, we know you. You'll be all gung-ho about getting the job done all about getting the job done 1 second, then filled with regret the next.
And frankly, even if we were to help, watching your sad mug mope around for a few weeks doesn't sound like my idea of a good time. Which is why this go-round, we're giving you the info you paid us for and leaving it at that.
Ha! Sure. Anyway, looks like it's about time we got going. See you around, Kevin.
Try not to be too reckless, alright? If not for your own good, for the girls.
Got it. You guys be careful too. They gave us a lot of good intel. No kidding. Guess they call them pros for a reason. By the way, Jack said he had something to take care of somewhere around the capital, right? Wonder what he's talking about. Wasn't our place to ask. About that or the friend they're giving the little souvenir to. Man, having connections can be a real pain in the ass sometimes.
They seem kind of worried about you, Kevin.
It seems the thread of fate truly do entwine us all. At any rate, the information we received will be useful indeed. We should be able to use it to continue our investigation.
Good grief. Okay, let's go back to the cultural district. Do 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 do. The Inn and the Bracer Guild. Alright, let's go to the Bracer Guild first, see what they have to say.
Stop on by.
News from our news desk.
So, they were rescued from the sandstorm then?
That's right. Saved by the people I was just talking about. Wow, speak of the devil.
Sorry to interrupt. Ismail here was just telling me all about how you all helped the merchant caravan in the desert. But I won't bother you about details right now. After all, it looks like you have business with us today.
Your haste is appreciated.
You're asking if Professor Hamilton was in Tharbad last October? No, not that I'm aware of, after all. She was in the east around...
She was in the east around then, was she not? And after leaving from there, I heard she went straight back home to Basil.
When someone as important as the Professor comes to Tharbad, it's usually all people can talk about. So, if even the guild didn't know... That means she probably came in secret. Is that so? You know, I actually heard there was a bit of trouble with the city's water source around the same time. We were told the Professor came all the way out here to fix it, but if you're saying otherwise, maybe we were on the wrong track.
Perhaps we should look into whether or not there were any other strange happenings or incidents in October.
That wasn't long after the film festival ended, right? Does anything come to mind?
Actually, I think that was about the same time the Institute of Science notified us of an analysis they conducted on the plant we found. Plant? Do you mean... agave. The type used to make the drug distributed during the film festival, right? Yes. The Guild's Tharbad branch and the Institute of Science were collaborating on a joint investigation on the matter. For a while, we were sending them status updates on those who had taken the drug during the festival, as well as any residual evidence we collected.
I even joined their field researchers on a trip to the cave where agave was growing en masse. However, the data we collected there ended up being insufficient, given that there weren't any agave clusters outside the cave to compare them to.
Yes, which is ultimately why the collaboration continued into late October. But unfortunately, before we can make any further progress on the investigation, the Institute informed us that they would be bringing it to a close.
Because they already finished their analysis of the evidence?
Well, they did manage to learn a lot about the drug itself. They even shared a list of its components with us. But we're at a loss on some of the other important details, like what the agave's preferred habitat is, or whether they are related to, there are any related species.
We suggested to the Institute that we get those questions answered before any other tests at the start of the investigation, but they told us that analyzing the drug's core component took priority, considering the danger it posed. Said they'd continue with the ecological investigation after the component analysis was finished.
And it's strange they'd have such a sudden change of heart. Someone with the authority at the Institute must have ordered them to bring the investigation to a halt. Someone like... that's concerning. Well, at any rate, I think now we've got a better idea of what's going on back then. Thanks for answering all those questions for us.
Okay.
Let's go to the inn.
Oh, it's your folks. Appreciate what you did for us earlier.
You're from the caravan we met this morning, right? You feeling any better?
Thanks to those drinks you gave us, we are. We were in some pretty bad shape out there. Feels like you gave us a second lease on life.
Aw, I'm sure you'd done the same if you were in our shoes.
Your camels outside looked like they were doing better too.
There's no need for thanks. After all, I think our encounter proved beneficial to both parties.
Yeah, never would have learned about the irrigation project without you guys.
Well, after we heard you were putting together a Sunday school lesson on it, kinda felt like we had a duty to tell you. Should give me something to brag about it to my son, at least. He'll be starting his first few classes back at home soon.
I know it's already said and done, but is it really alright for a priest to lie like this?
Not like he's the most respectable man of the cloth. Well, I can't say the goddess is a fan, but she'll let it slide. Anyway, not every day you see experienced merchants getting hit by a sandstorm. Didn't even think they'd be an issue today, what with yesterday's downpour and all.
Yeah, we're thinking the sand seas dried up faster than we expected. Does it's a big place after all. Then there was the fact that the sandstorm came from a direction not typically on our radar.
Is that so?
What do you mean?
See, given the conditions that are right, some areas of the sand sea make the perfect breeding grounds for sandstorms. So when we're planning our routes, we try our best to avoid those areas. The only issue is, the sandstorms have been growing more robust by the day. And all that heavy rain yesterday really threw off our measurements, which, obviously enough, led to us misjudging where the sandstorm would hit.
Sounds like you all were lucky to make it out alive. Well, I'll be praying that your next trip's a safe one, alright? Though I can't say a run-of-the-mill priest prayers will be worth very much.
Well, we appreciate it anyway. We'll try to be more careful in the future. Lost a lot of goods out there today.
Alright, I think we should be good now. Especially with all the intel we got. I think it's about time we head for Alumera. The Alumera. Where Muriel and the princess are staying, right?
Yep, they said to be heading back there once they finished at the hammam to have a meeting with someone, I think.
And since they so kindly invited us to stop by whensoever we please, I doubt they'll mind a quick hello.
Considering the group within almost certainly possesses the information we seek. We should be sure to have all our cards in hand before making our approach, no?
You're probably right. After all, I heard the princess has got a pretty keen eye. And seeing as Elsheim owes Professor Hamilton so much, well, personally, I just want to see if we can get the princess to spill the beans, without her catching on to us.
Here's hoping. Alright, let's head over once we finish with our other business.
Oh, it's way too hard.
Okay, wait, hold up. Before I know the thing over here is the basketball thing. I don't need to mess with that.
Let's do a search.
Let's give this a whirl.
Just to double check.
Let's give this a whirl.
I just want to double check, make sure I've got everything before we move on.
There's quite a lot of fish here.
Yeah, I know there's quite a lot of fish. I just want to make sure I got all the fish.
Let's do a search.
Let's give this a whirl.
Okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I bought everything from all the shops here. I am gonna save first, just in case.
Hustle up, gang.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, I did get the portal that was over there. And I've talked to all these shops, so I think we're good to go, but that's why I made the save, just in case if I did miss anything. Which I don't think I did. So I think now we just head to Alumera and then continue the story. Do 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 do. Nope, this way. This way! The Alumera always makes me feel like I stepped into another dimension. So, this is where Mariel and the princess are staying.
Yep, they said they'd be coming back here once they finish at the hammam to have a meeting with someone, I think.
And since they so kindly invited us to stop by whenever... Wait, I feel like you just said that, Nadia.
Considering the group within almost certainly... considering the group within almost certainly...
Wait, why are we... Didn't he say this before? Why are we saying the same things? What the hell?
We should be sure to have all our cards...
You literally... Bro! They literally just said all this... Yeah, bro, huh? What? It's repeating everything. It's literally repeating everything it said before. Yeah! It's literally repeating the same fucking shit! Bro, I swear. Okay. You know, I feel like we got everything we needed at the moment. We need at the moment.
I agree. I mean, after all the stuff we heard from Jack and Jill, we should be good to go, right?
Alright then, we'll head in once everyone's ready. Yeah, literally saying every... Why'd they make it repeat itself? Why? They're like, we're just gonna make the game repeat itself. Like, what the fuck? Alright, here we go.
Mario! Zita! Everyone! Nice to see you again. We're just dropping by to say hello.
Oh, it's you two.
Miss Rain, how wonderful to see you again. And so soon after saying our farewells.
Kevin, Rufus, we must have just missed each other at the hammam, huh?
Probably, yeah.
We've been on a pretty tight schedule lately.
Promise we meant to say hi, but we had a reservation to get to. For lunch, you see.
I believe introductions are in order, Your Highness. It is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. I'm Jita Osval, daughter of Grand Prince Salman of Elsheim. And this is my bodyguard, Najee Berka.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Father Kevin, Sir Rufus. Or perhaps you would prefer I call you Sir A.
I mean, you know...
Now.
Be nice. Behave. Looks like the jig is up. Would have been more surprised if it wasn't.
Rufus is fine, thank you. Did you know it's actually one of the most common names in the Empire? Again, it's a pleasure to meet. It's a pleasure, Your Highness. It's not every day a simple wanderer like myself has the opportunity to meet royalty, after all.
I'm Kevin Graham of the Septian Church. Nice to meet you. By the way, I believe my colleague, Celise, was in your care a few months ago.
I beg to differ. We were almost certainly in her care. I'm Leslie Lam, a director affiliated with Kowloon Pictures.
So, Father Kevin and Rufus, was it? And I suppose you must be Lapis Rosenberg.
You've heard of me?
Well, yes, though only through the grapevine. You see, as a director, I often find myself researching current events, mostly to gather ideas for my next film, of course. And once I find myself with enough inspiration, all the fragments of information I've collected, well, I craft them into a story. There's no need to worry about me leaking anything confidential to the general public, however. Everything's a product of my imagination, after all.
Well, alright then.
It's an honor to hear we've contributed to your creations.
Man, you're really something else.
A little too sharp for your average Joe, if you ask me.
So, I'm assuming you know my title then.
Am I the only one not following? Wait, Rufus, where have I heard that name?
Oh? Talk about a crowd.
Hey, it's Ashen.
There you are.
I'm glad to see you're well, Miss Lou.
Here.
Ashen! Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since the festival.
Yeah. Long time no see, Swin, Nadia. And I suppose it's been a while since I've seen you three as well. Wait a sec. Are you Lapis? No way! You're even cuter than I thought you'd be!
Wait! I know, right?
Hey, Swin, is she the daughter of the Lu family? Yeah.
The same family who served as the White Orchid Dragon's benefactor, I assume. Well, before he split off to start his own.
Huh. Interesting. So you're saying this new project of yours is a collaboration between Kowloon Pictures and the Principality of Elsheim?
That's correct. The film currently being promoted, Perfect Driver Zero. That's a Director Gotti's film, funded by Elsheim as well, alongside Vegas Films, of course.
It's quite the masterpiece, apparently. That's actually part of why I called this meeting. Not exactly keen on being left in the dust, you know. Well, whatever the reason, it's always an honor to work with such celebrated studios. And to think the production is being headed by the great director Lam. You know, I am just the biggest fan of Wolves Requiem. You made Wolves Requiem?
Gotta admit, that was a pretty good flick. Can definitely see how it took the Lion d'Or last year. Right? And Nina was the perfect choice for the main character. She was so cute.
Well, I'm happy to hear it caught your interest.
I'm here to cover the entire pre-production process, by the way. And hopefully, once I'm done, I'll be able to turn it into an editorial. Bet that'll make for an interesting read.
I assume it'll be in the Tyrell Times, yes? Do you have an idea of when it would be published?
Well, this is off the record, but around...
Ha! She just cuts her off. Why would you do that?
Anyhow, this is quite the fascinating collection of faces. Though it looks to me like you five have been traveling together for a while now. Hanging out in the desert with a priest, though? Nadia. Call me crazy, but that's not exactly my idea of a fun-filled vacation. I know! And the heat out here is the worst, too!
Well, it gets an A in my book. The food's been amazing so far.
Could you try not blowing all of my mirror, please? My wallet's looking a little worse for wear lately. Then allow today to be my treat. And of course, if there's anything else you need assistance with, please don't hesitate to ask. I consider our meeting today to be a stroke of fate. Wait, didn't the CID have a mark on never mind.
As for me, I'd like to repay my debt to you all for helping me on Nemeth Island. If you're in need of info, I'm willing to provide whatever I know. And so he says. Well, what do you plan to do, Father Kevin?
They've really got us backed against a cliff here, and I think our only real choice is to jump.
Is it me or is Najee giving us the stink eye?
Doesn't matter. If we want answers, we can't let ourselves be intimidated.
That's right, so let the interrogation commence.
Well, frankly, I'm glad to hear that. As I'm sure you all figured out by now, I'm here on some official church business at the moment, and these four have been lending me a helping hand. This stays between us, but I've been tasked with looking into something for Her Holiness.
Her Holiness? You mean...
Her Holiness, or his the second. This must be quite the job you're on.
It is, yeah. But seeing as I can't exactly let you guys in on any of the details, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to turn down the offers of assistance. Instead, though, think you'd all mind answering some questions for us?
That's... Please, ask us anything. Yeah, I'd be happy to answer. Well, as long as those questions aren't about insider info on Hayway, of course.
Much obliged. In that case, considering everything we know already, I should probably start by asking about...
Oh, wait, they actually give me choices here? Oh, I didn't think that was the thing. Well, fuck. I mean, does it matter what I choose? I feel like it doesn't. I mean... I don't think it matters what order I choose them in, right? Fucking...
Well, are you implying we're here for something other than this meeting?
Not necessarily. Just had a hunch is all. See, I happened to hear a bit of gossip through the guild recently. About last year's film festival, in fact. Someone requested they reopen their investigation on it. They wanted to know what really caused the chaos.
We read about what happened in Van's case files. There was a drug making the rounds, right?
We also learned that not only were Muriel and Director Lam in attendance, but so were Prince Sherrod and his bodyguard, Najee Burka. And considering the nature of the drugs involved, I can't say I'm particularly surprised a daughter of Hayway would be interested in the matter.
Okay, fine. You got us. The real reason we gathered here is to investigate the drug Almada was peddling. I knew it! Were you the ones who asked the guild to reopen their investigation? That's correct, yes. Elsheim has a particularly close relationship with the Bracers, you see. Allow me to explain. In September of last year, we launched our own investigation into the drug. And not only did we manage to identify the manufacturers of said drug,
but its key components as well. In the end, they discovered that it was a type of agave plant, but no other species were found outside the one. However, seeing as Armada clearly had vast quantities of the drug, it was determined that they likely had a production center somewhere.
And given my knowledge of film noir, Her Highness and Miss Liu thought I might have a few ideas on the matter. Now, I'd never claimed to be an expert on illegal substances, but I do know the cultivation of agave has been outlawed all across Zemuria. However, if someone wished to grow it regardless, they would need to do so in an arid climate, like the deserts of the Central East, or even the Eastern Wastelands. Although, when we consulted Professor Hamilton on that particular possibility, she said the chances were slim at best. You see, in order to aid its growth, the plant is said to extract a special component from the septum veins. And given the region is largely barren at present, makes sense. Do you think maybe Armada got rid of all the places they were using to make the drug? You know, to hide the evidence?
If that were the case, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Yes, to clarify, we've been informed that the drug has made something of a reappearance recently. And in the capital, no less. That's so.
Is she talking about the thing Van dealt with?
Those people imitating the DG cult. Yeah. Though apparently they weren't doing any of that stuff on their own volition.
Now that I think about it, it sounds almost exactly like what happened at the film festival. They both even needed a trigger.
I've heard Hayway has been pursuing the incident in the capital as well. In which case, Ashen's explanation that they're exchanging info in addition to meeting about the movie is sound indeed.
Yeah. Man, talk about some serious food for thought. Sadly, though, I don't think we're going to be much help to you. We're looking into something completely different.
That's perfectly alright. Yeah, it's no big deal. We only ask that you get in touch with us as soon as you hear anything about it, about agave, okay? We'd be more than happy to reward you for your efforts, of course.
Alright, your number's still the same one we got from Aaron.
If we're talking rewards, I'd love a sweet tweet from the East. Maybe something rare and unique. Oh, if you have any skincare products, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands.
Rather than insider info on Hayway, I'd ask for any information you might have on the stock market.
Have you people no shame?
Kindred spirits, I see.
Alright. Oh, okay. Okay, it lets me ask both questions. Alright, cool.
Well, as long as everything's off the record, I'll leave the choice to you, Director Lamb.
Lamb? Fuck, I forgot how he said it.
Oh, well, I suppose I don't mind sharing a few details. The premise is a bit out there, though, I'll admit, but I don't think any other studio but Kowloon Pictures would do it justice. To put it simply, it's going to be a near-future sci-fi film. Allow me to set the scene. The year of 1299 of the Septian calendar, society has fallen into stagnation. Humanity is on the brink of extinction.
Huh. Strong start.
Yeah, kinda spooky too.
Sci-fi. Short for science fiction, right? Come on, really?
So do you mean to proceed with the dystopian tale of yours? Of course. Due to an unfortunate chain of events, humanity has not only lost civilization, but the favor of the goddess as well. It's a story of the bonds forged between humans as they tried desperately to survive in a cold, cruel world. A world dominated by monsters. And, well, that's about the gist of it.
That sounds amazing! Is there gonna be any romance?
Monsters, huh? Bet it'll have some killer action scenes. Sounds like you're trying to pioneer an entirely new genre here. though I expect nothing less from the great director Lam.
I know the story's a bit bleak, but Kowloon Pictures thinks it'll be our biggest hit yet. And if we shoot in the deserts of Tharbad, the visual realism of it all will make everything just that much more impactful. We'd also like to film in the northern region of the Ishgal Mountains, where the Kruga village is. We've actually already begun negotiations with their representatives to do so.
Oh, isn't that where Ferry's from?
I assume the east must be on your list of potential shooting locations as well.
No, actually, while the rails do extend partway through the region, it is unfortunately much too dangerous to use as a shooting location. Also, Professor Hamilton warned us against shooting in the region due to its unstable weather conditions. Yeah, life sounds really rough out there. Apparently, all their crops keep withering because it's always cloudy too. And heck, all those random tornadoes surrounded by lightning.
Though I imagine the footage I could capture would be phenomenal. I'm afraid I'm not so willing to sacrifice my cast and crew. I could certainly see Director Gotti brute forcing it, however. If there's a will, there's a way.
From what I've heard about the man, that sounds about right. Can't say we ever had the pleasure of hosting him as a director, though. The elders would take too kindly to his tastes. Well, I think Vegas film suits him just fine. They do a simply phenomenal job at delivering on his directorial intents. You know, I'm actually hoping that he'll be able to adapt one of my favorite books someday. Have you ever heard of 3 and 9?
About that.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Don't think there's much in that one that Gotti can run with, honestly.
That's not true. I mean, the heroine's sexy and cute. Audiences would love her.
Take it down a notch, Nadia.
The characters are 12 and 14, though. Are they not? I imagine that would create an issue for the ratings board.
Oh, I agree. Which is why I would suggest he raise their ages and even flip their genders. And perhaps we could even give the main antagonist tentacles.
God damn it. Tentacles?
As a girl, being subjected to all sorts of naughty things. Is it just me, or is it getting kinda warm in here?
Naughty things?
Okay, I think that's enough about that.
Here we go, the third question.
Our connection to Professor Hamilton? Well, for Elsheim, she's practically our savior. We can't thank her enough for what she's done for us. Truth be told, Langport owes her a lot too. Red Star, the New Town Project, the Great Spire, none of them would exist without her. Their very foundations were built on her accomplishments. Whoa, seriously?
Oh, the Great Spire is gorgeous at night. I saw it when I visited last year.
Huh. Surprised you even bothered to look. Figured you would have been too busy gorging yourself on Monto. You know, the professor's name has come up an awful lot during this conversation. Kinda sounded like you folks have been keeping in contact. You must be pretty close, huh?
I'd like to think so. We first met while I was working on a project as a technical supervisor. I suppose that was about 15 years ago now. She was incredibly kind to me, despite her being in a position of authority. And if I had any questions, she'd answer them in a heartbeat.
As for me, I first met her at a conference in the spring. She was way more friendly than I was expecting her to be, and to this day she still replies to my orbital mails. I'm more grateful to her than you can imagine.
I see. Doesn't seem like she knows anything about whatever business Hamilton had with Dingo, though.
All that being said, however, I don't think her kindness is limited to us alone. She's shown her penchant for charity to people and places all over the world. Yeah, she's even keen to Yaya and of all people, and he, in turn, is kind to her.
Well, can't say I'm surprised to hear all that. After all, Master Burgard said the same.
By the way, would any of you happen to know where she is at the moment?
Unfortunately, no. But now that I think about it, I believe my brother saw her in Basel. Indeed. He met her on site at around noon yesterday, but after that she is believed to have departed the city. I had no idea! Do you think she left for the Space Force's base?
I don't, actually. She's been avoiding interfering in the space operation out of consideration for her disciples. It's more likely than not that she left to join the festivities in the capital.
Sounds like she's really got her hands full.
Oh, I just remembered a question I had. The construction work Professor Hamilton oversaw 20 years ago is why the Oasis is so full, right? But I was wondering, how exactly did they make that happen?
Nice going, Lapis. Honestly, I don't think that question was intentional. Now that you mention it, it was supposed to be a pretty large-scale construction project, right? I've done some research on Tharbad for work recently, but I don't actually remember reading any details on what the construction entailed.
I remember it being held as a matter of great significance at the time, but I don't believe I recall ever hearing any more on the subject.
When I was younger, I saw a video of the Hale Oasis myself. I was immediately struck by the need to ask my father about it. After all, if the engineering existed to generate vast amounts of water in the desert, then why not use it in other areas of the Central East? And in the Eastern Wastes as well. As my father considers himself a close friend of the professor's, he presented the question to her in turn. And according to her,
the oasis is simply the result of a combination of factors. In order to have the same happen elsewhere, however, the area would need to meet the same specifications, both geographical and otherwise. Unfortunately, Your Majesty, I must ask that you not attempt a recreation.
She really said that? Do you mind if I write all this down?
A combination of factors. What a fascinating choice of words.
Awfully cryptic if you ask me, though I can't imagine she was lying about any of it.
Well, that was riveting. Can't wait to see that new film of yours, by the way.
Your Highness, everyone, I look forward to working together in the future. I am unsure of how much longer we'll be staying in the city, but if you find yourselves in need of aid, please feel free to visit us at our inn.
I'm afraid we're in much the same position, but I appreciate your offer nonetheless.
Personally, I mean to stick around for a few days, so I'd be more than happy to chat.
I'll probably be busy gathering material, but if anything important comes up, just give me a ring, okay? You guys said you still have the number Aaron gave you, right? Do you want my orb mail too?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Interesting. Kinda feel like they saw it through us, but at least we got some good leads out of it. Yeah, and you know, I'm actually pretty curious about that new film they were talking about. But the big stuff was what we learned about the agave, and everything they told us about Professor Hamilton.
I can't help but feel we're missing the final piece of the puzzle, however.
Agreed, but once we get there, we'll finally have the full picture. So, what's our next move, Kevin?
Well, if that drug's the key to all this, it's probably best we talk to people who were actually there for the film festival.
In that case, we should speak with Shahina. I believe she was one of many who fell under its influence.
Actually, she wasn't. Well, according to Van's report, anyway. What caused her mania was a mask, like in Crossbell. I think Melchior stole the one that was used on Shahina, though. Man, that guy was a real piece of work. Well, what's done is done, I guess. Anyway, we're off to have a chat with the girls, right? That's the plan! Come on, let's head on over to the Culture District. I think they should be starting rehearsals soon.
Oh, how exciting! I can't wait to see their performance!
I mean, you know, fair. Okay, so they want us to head on over to the Cultural District.
Let's not dawdle now.
Do 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 do.
Get your spices here.
You guys here to relax? Oh, yes. Wow.
Bow, 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 bow. They added new dance moves to the dance! Do 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 do.
Wow, the way the human body moves the way the human body can move are so fascinating. The two of you are amazing.
No kidding. Never seen LP so sucked in by something that wasn't food. So you guys danced a bit back during the festival, but you really improved since then.
We're not all that impressive. Though we did work pretty hard on that last set you saw.
The choreography was inspired by the events of last year, actually.
Arkwright's influence. And then it was good, though had a real fire to it. I could tell you each added your own personal flair to the moves too, even though you were doing the same dance.
The Central Eastern dance may not be very well known in the Empire, but I have a feeling it's only a matter of time until you two are worldwide sensations. Much like Arkansas is at the moment. Perhaps even Heimdall will ask you to perform on their stage.
Well, actually, they've received offers to do stuff like that already. But before they can even consider going worldwide, they still have to do a tour of the Republic, starting with the Oracion Opera House.
That's right, the monster itself. The monster itself.
Damn it, god fucking Though I imagine gaining the adoration of such a traditional city might prove to be a bit of a challenge for us. It's sure to make our success taste all the sweeter. Yeah, that's the spirit! We'd love to support you guys somehow, but I think any donations we make will have to be pretty, well, modest.
Yeah, Rufus kinda ran out of money recently.
No matter. That just means our dear sponsor here will have to foot the bill.
And are you gonna pay me back? This is coming out of my own pocket, you know.
It's fine, don't worry. It's the thought that counts. Alright, I just remembered. You had some questions for us, didn't you?
Was there something you forgot to ask earlier? I actually had a few questions of my own for them, but I can give you guys some privacy if you want. I mean, we might as well let her stay, right? Fine by me. Anyway, Sarah, Shahina. I know this is sort of a weird question, but would you two happen to be personally acquainted with Professor Hamilton?
I see. So, due to the incident that happened during last year's film festival, the professor decided to visit Tharbad to not only investigate the drug involved, but to shut down the associated refining facility as well.
Wow! So you said the professor came 2 weeks after the festival? I never realized!
Yeah, even though I never actually took the drug myself. That mass
past really messed with my head for a while. Or rather, I guess it was like all the dark thoughts I had. The ones locked deep inside my heart were just suddenly unleashed.
Hina. That's all in the past now, Shahina. And anything that happens from here onward is something we'll deal with together. No matter what, we'll always have each other.
Sarah!
Despite the fact that the source of Shahina's issue wasn't the drug, as she said, there was concern that she had been affected in other ways. So the professor decided to go out of her way to pay us a visit, just to make sure Shahina didn't have any lingering health problems.
I really couldn't be more grateful to her, honestly. She lifted a huge weight off my shoulders. You see, she put me through some tests to determine if anything was wrong with me, and thankfully there wasn't. But it was only once the professor gave me the all clear that I felt like I could relax. Seriously, I practically collapsed in relief.
I wanted to express my gratitude by repaying her somehow, but she turned down everything I offered. But because the inns happened to be full, she ended up having to stay the night with us.
It was kind of crazy. I mean, the Professor Hamilton, the one in all the history books? She was in our house cooking a traditional Central Eastern dish for us. She even whipped us a treat from Basil, too. Oh, what'd she make?
I knew it was coming. And yet... Okay, but what did she make? Western pastries known as nuss tortes and Central Eastern croquettes called falafels. They were so delicious, Shahina actually asked the professor for seconds.
Hey, you promised you'd never bring that up again! Sarah! And you were eating seconds too anyway! It all sounds so tasty, I'm starving!
You just had a parfait! Whatever. At least you're consistent.
At any rate, it sounds like the professor is quite skilled in the culinary arts. I've heard her pupils mention similar stories in the past.
Oh, you must be talking about Katra, huh? He's told me a few stories about her cooking, too. You know, after you two mentioned the professor at your house earlier, the question of how you all knew each other just wouldn't stop nagging at me. Thanks for filling in all the gaps, you two. Honestly, that woman's done a heck of a lot for so many, even the church. Seriously, 11 years ago. Well, thanks to our resident reeking leak, it looks like we were able to finally uncover our missing link. Which means we got a new point of interest to explore, don't we? Right, so the professor came to Darbad to investigate a drug refining facility. If we can find where that is, it might also lead us to where she was in that memory we saw.
Last year, Arkwright's Solution broke into a facility that was refining agave plant components into drugs. It was located underneath Vegas Film, apparently.
And that's where we're headed next. Man, you sure taught these kids well, Rufus. Barely even had to use my brain for this one.
I did nothing of the sort, I'm afraid. The credit for their their mental acuity lies with them and them alone. At any rate, I heard the refining facility was on Vegas Film's 5th basement level, though it's said to have been cordoned off by authorities. Perhaps we'd like to ask around about the matters.
Yeah, let's get going. I mean, I think we're safe to save over that, so I'm gonna save. Alright, I am gonna stop here for the day, you guys. So thank you everyone for hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed. I don't know if I will be streaming tomorrow, so what I'm just gonna, tell you, I'll see y'all next stream. Hopefully we'll be continuing this some more next stream, because I'm kind of hoping that next stream is tomorrow. But yeah, I will see you all then. Have yourselves a good one. Take care.